A lot of it you'll probably already have, but it's about you grabbing that information and pulling it together to become something that gives you the information you require. So CRM systems, raise your hand if you have a customer relationship management system. Right, a few of us do, great. First place to start, guys, start digging in there. A lot of them have a reporting tool where some of this information will already be there, and you'll be able to start pulling out the numbers and putting it together in a way that makes sense to you. If you're lucky enough, you might have a CRM already that gives you the information you want. A lot of the time, if you want to slice and dice it, you need to pull it out. But that's a good place to start. Maybe looking over your invoices if we're going to start looking at the sales in a period of time. Well, what jobs did you complete? What sales did you make? Back history is a really good place to start. I was asked earlier about, do I go back over old data? Absolutely, if you've got it. Start to build it up, make that picture, and then you can then get on track as well. Diaries. You might think diaries, your calendars of job booked in or work booked in, how long it took. That's a good place to start sometimes. Call logs as well. How many calls were made? Where did the call come from? There's key things that are really essential when you start looking at your KPIs. One of the main things that you need to be doing, especially if you're not sure about your marketing and you're spending money on your marketing, is just to ask the question, where did you find us? That simple piece, that simple sentence, where did you find us, changes everything in your KPIs. To know whether somebody came through a particular lead source that you're spending money on, to know whether they came through organically, word of mouth. Now, the crazy thing is, a lot of people think just because they don't pay for ads, they don't need to know it. A lot of people say, oh, well, I just get my business. People just come to me. You need to know that. Speaking earlier on this table, if you don't know where every single lead's coming from, whether you pay for it or you don't have a clue what's going on, because every customer you have is not the same. You could have customers that come and recommend you time and time again to somebody and bring you in thousands upon thousands of pounds of revenue, but you don't know it. So on them templates, you'll see one that has just purely my paid advertising at the time, and one that had my paid advertising plus organic advertising. And what that means is, organic means the things you don't pay for, people that recommend you. So years and years ago, I had an architect who would go out and look at sites, and he would recommend my business for the building work. I had lots of customers come for that person. Now I tracked it, so I exactly knew what he was worth to my company every single year. I didn't pay him to do it. We just had that relationship. So if someone rang me and they needed an architect, I recommended him, and vice versa. Over the years, hundreds of thousands of pounds that relationship was worth to me, but I knew it. And a lot of people don't know the 80-20% principle in the business. There will be 20% of your customers right now either come back to you again or recommend you that give you 80% of your revenue. Once you start to know that, you can nurture them relationships. So that used to cost me a bottle of champagne every single year as a nice little gift, and maybe some tickets to boxing and whatever, and I built the relationship up. Still have a very good relationship to this day. But that all came from knowing my KPIs and knowing the value of a relationship. So right now you might think, I don't pay for my advertisement, I don't really need to know where it's coming from. Yes, you do. You do need to know where it's coming from. You need to know whether it's your Facebook and it's coming through organically. If it is, you're doing something really, really well. How do you do more of that? So when we're going through the marketing, I want you to start thinking about where are you paying for your advertisement right now? Do you know what you're paying? You might not be paying for anything. So where are these people coming from? Is it the value of your relationships? Is it the meetings that you do? These connections that you make? Because they're all important. If you don't know it, you don't know where to place your time and how to harness them. So there as well, where can you get this information from? Another one is accountability. So if you have a team, they can be gathering this information on your behalf for you as well when you start looking at your KPIs.